So, the article discusses about the increasing demand of urea for the present state of agriculture production and the looming scarcity of urea because of several internal and external reasons. First, coming to the quantitative entities, the India's urea consumption is set to touch 40 million tons in the current fiscal due to surplus monsoon-induced demand. There are several reasons for this uptick in the urea consumption, which has gone as high as 38.8 million ton in 2024-25 fiscal year. The major the major reason is the availability of urea at the half of the price of the next cheapest fertilizer, that is SSP. SSP is single super phosphate, and it has urea has 46% nitrogen as against the 27% nutrient in the content in the SSP. So secondly, there are political reasons that do not let government to increase the MRP of the urea. Third, the complex, although several initiatives have been taken, for example nano urea by IFCO, but the complex task of handling them, operationalizing them and using in the agricultural field remains a cumbersome task, and leads a small handful of farmers adopting such new nano urea technology. Earlier, several steps have been taken by Indian government. For example, new urea policy was introduced in 2015. Neem coating was expected to enable a more neem coating was done to enable a more gradual release of 46% nitrogen in urea, prolonging its action and translating into better nutrient use efficiency, and also reducing the black marketing of the urea, the illegal diversion to the non-agricultural purposes. For example, milk adulteration, plywood, particle board, cattle feed manufacturing. Not surprisingly, shortages have been developing of late in the recent Kharif crop season, and even this just begun Rabi season. There are there are six new urea plants, each with 1.3 million ton annual production capacity, commissioned between 2019 and 2022. These are Gadepan, Rajasthan; Ramgundam, Telangana; Panagarh, West Bengal; Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh; Barauni, Bihar; Sindri, Jharkhand. But not all these new plants are producing at the full capacity. Unlike the older ones belonging to likes of the IFCO, even two plants have been shut down: Nagarjuna at the Kakinada and Kanpur, who had the capacity of 1.2 to 0.7 metric ton respectively. Given its affordability, ease of application, and proven effectiveness, the demand of urea is likely to go up. It would also go up with the expansion in the gross cropped area, irrigation coverages, and farmers planting more nitrogen-loving crops like maize or leafy vegetables. Thus, uh, several steps are needed to cap the urea consumption at max to the 45 million ton through the policies. First, MRP rationalization; second, rationing, for example setting a cap of 25 subsidized bags per farmer; third, increase incorporation of urease and nitrification inhibitor chemicals. For example, that is the chemicals which slow down the release of nitrogen from the urea. Also, we need to improve our infrastructural capacity, for the installation of the two plants and several new plants, both the urea plants as well as the LNG plants. 7 operational LNG terminals. We have 7 operational LNG terminals at Dahej, Hazara, Mundra, Kochi, Dabol, Ennore, and Dhamra. We need to we need to create a balance of uh, how for what regions we should adopt a clear direct import of urea, and for what region we should rely on these LNG plants to export their LNG gas for and which can be regasified into methane, which is supplied to these urea plant for energy purposes, and second, production of hydrogen that can be used for the Bosch-Haber process for the production of NH3. This NH3 will combine with CO2 for the production of urea.